The Ford Maverick is probably one of Ford's more forgettable trucks, and when we last reviewed one, we kind of discussed that it doesn't really do the truck part right, but it's still a great option. Well, Ford decided they wanted this to be a good off-road truck option with the Tremor Upfit, and we're going to see today whether or not that changed enough to make it off-road viable, or if you're still going to be better off buying a bigger, better F-150. My name is Jason, and you're watching Got an X. Now, when you come to the front of the Maverick, you can tell that the Tremor trim does have a lot of great new additions. Specifically, in my opinion, I love the orange accent spread throughout the car. Ford officially says it's orange. Some people say yellow, some people say gold, some people say orange. Who really cares? It looks great, and I love it. You have these on the tow hooks as well down here, and you have a bunch of black accents throughout as well, which really do give the truck an accentuated, nice feel, breaking up the static pattern of the normal color, as well as the blackout Ford logo. Just overall, the front looks fantastic. As well as on the inside of this hood, you're going to have the more powerful engine option, not the hybrid one, giving you a bit more horsepower, a bit more torque, making the Ford Maverick a little bit better with the Tremor trim. Now, not that much has changed on the side, but there is a few things I would like to touch on. First, you have the black accents down here that look very nice, but if you look closely at the wheels, they have this extra orange bit right here on the rim. I think it looks really, really nice. It's a nice addition. But one thing you may not notice, because it's not really that prominent or that big, this truck does come equipped with a 1-inch lift, and I don't think it's that much, but it's enough to get you feeling like you're a little higher. And I mean, at that end, you get a little bit more ground clearance, you get a little bit better of an off-roading experience. It's nothing crazy. You're not buying one of those super lifted F-150 Raptors or anything like that, but it's still a lift nonetheless, and you can feel a little bit more comfortable going off on trails. You have the Tremor logo in the back, but overall, that's kind of it for the side. Let's move on to the back and talk about that. Now, the back, there's not that much change. You do have the better engine option, so you can tow a little bit more, but the big thing I want to point out is you get this bed cover, which is a nice little addition that just comes with it, and I think that's a great thing overall. Let's move on to the inside. That's where some of the biggest changes take place. Now, the inside is just a lot more fleshed out. I think there are a lot of features that you can see through and throughout. This one has the heated seats. This has dual zone climate control. This one has the Tremor modes, which is basically the Tremor edition of GOAT modes. It just gives you extra options for slippery, mud, ruts, sand, things along those lines, giving you a bit more traction control options for when you are off-road, which is a nice addition. As well as you do on this seat in particular, you have the power, you have a power seat, so you can actually control it without cranking the lever like you have to do on this passenger seat, which is weird. They only did it for the driver, but hey, it's your truck, you're driving. Who really cares about your passenger? Come on, it's simple. Overall, the inside is a lot better looking. There's just a bit more. You have the wireless charger, you have the Tremor modes, you have a bit more fleshed out. You don't have that weird little phone socket here. You just have a bunch of nice and practical things throughout the Tremor that make it a bit better when you have this trim level. I think it is a great addition from the standard Maverick that we have reviewed before. This is a good upfit that gives you a bit more control, a bit nicer feeling interior, and a bit more comfortability. Now, if I were to get a Maverick, I would probably want to get this trim level. I think having a truck that does truck things is always going to be better than having a truck that does car things. So having the extra additional things added throughout this truck, making it look better, the inside is infinitely better. There's already improvements that you can just feel, and it makes it a much nicer experience overall. Yes, it is a bit more expensive, but I don't think that is going to stop you from having a good truck experience if you end up buying the Tremor trim. Let us know if you guys think the Tremor trim is better than the normal, or if you guys think the normal just for that price point is perfect where it's at. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and we will see you in the next one.